Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I have some bad news. Once again, this stupid thing did not save. Luckily, it only went back one level, but this is a long level, so that freaking sucks. I don't know if I should like show the footage of me like trying to get back to where I was at, or if I should just like do this off camera and then continue. If anyone's watching and they have a preference, let me know. So I've been making music. One of my classmates, I was in JROTC with her. Actually, we never had a class together, but like, you know, we were on the same teams in the program, so we known each other. She was in class and she was like, "You guys hear this guy's new song?" I'm like, "Yo, appreciate the advertising, but like, don't put me on blast like that." And then we started talking about it for a little bit. This one girl, I don't even know her. She was like, "If you get famous, I'm gonna be your downfall," which was really fucking random, really weird. I'm like, okay, cool. This other girl also knew her in JRTC, and I did have a class with her. She was like, "Don't forget me when you get, if you get famous." She said, "If you get famous." Like, girl, you gotta have some faith. Lie to me a little bit. Be like, "Oh, when you get famous," you know? But yeah, she mentioned my music, and a lot of people say it's good, but I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of just releasing stuff to release stuff, because if I try to make everything perfect, I would never release anything, because I definitely can be a perfectionist at moments sometimes. Yeah, I'm just releasing stuff to release stuff, but I don't know what to say, because, you know, I get compliments sometimes, and people will be like, "Hey, I heard the song, it sounded really good," but I just don't agree. And like, obviously I just say like, "Oh, thank you," but like, I just don't agree. Like, it doesn't sound good, but I don't know what to do to make it sound right. At the talent show, this one guy, he was really cool. I think his name is Kenny. He was like working backstage and helping with the talent show and like the logistics or whatever. He was like, "Hey man, what is it like to have such a great singing voice?" or something. He said something kind of like that. And I was just like, "Thanks, man, but like, I don't got that. That's not me." Maybe it's me comparing, because you know, you see videos online with these kids with like amazing voices, and I'm like, man, I wish I had that. But, you know, maybe my singing isn't bad and I'm just comparing myself to like really good people. But I just can't, I just don't. I'm just like, it doesn't sound good to me. I just do this to put myself out my comfort zone. Really, that's all it is. Yeah, and after I released my latest song, Fool For You, this one kid named Jay, bro, I freaking love that kid. He's so sweet. And he drew me, I didn't ask him, he drew me the album cover. And I asked if I could use it. He's like, "Yeah, sure." He just drew it for me. I'm like, dang, bro. And it was good. It was like genuinely so good. I freaking love it. So nice of him. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, I started listening to your stuff. You sound really great." Or it's like awesome music. I'm like, "Thanks, but like my music's butt. I can't lie." That is not me trying to sound humble. That is me being so genuine. My first song especially. Like, I don't know. I do a lot of stuff, you know. I skate, I do sports, and I got like the music stuff. And every now and then I'll get a compliment and be like, "Oh, you're so good at blah blah blah," or blah blah. You know, I'll just get a compliment and I don't know how to respond, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they're just trying to be nice. But oh my god, oh my gosh. But yeah, and like, it's really, I swear, I'm not trying to be humble or whatever. It's just like, if I get a compliment at skating, like, I am so ass at skating. And that's not me trying to be humble. That's just me being so dead ass and for real. I guess to an extent you could say I'm decent, but for how long I've been skating, I should be able to be doing kick flips consistently. I should be able to heel flip and tray flip and varial flip, but I can't do none of that. Granted, I've been on and off, but still. In my prime, when I was skating every day, I should have been able to be doing some of those tricks, and I just wasn't. Another thing that comes to mind is like volleyball. I played volleyball. I would get some compliments, "Oh, you're good. You're really good." I'm like, "Thanks," but like, yeah, maybe comparison is just bad. Maybe comparison is a thief of happiness. But like, I'm looking at other people. I'm like, I'm bounce that ass, bro. My friend SZA, actually, from last video, she put me onto that term, and it's one of my favorite terms now. You would think bounce that ass is a good thing, but it's not. You don't want to be bouncing that ass, because like, you hear bounce that ass and you think of like, first thing you think of is like party. Oh, I hate this level. I hate this level. Chicken! But yeah, my music, I wish it was better, but I'm just, you know, putting myself out my comfort zone, trying to release stuff, because if I don't release stuff I'm gonna try perfecting it, and that's just never gonna happen. That's gonna take way too long. And going back to that bucket list I mentioned in my first video, if I try perfecting it, I'm never gonna complete some of that stuff, you know. I think I heard this advice, and I think it's really good. It's like, don't wait for the perfect moment, because you'll be waiting for you'll be waiting forever, which obviously there is a perfect time and place, but if you wait for that perfect time and place, it's just gonna take forever. Yeah, don't wait for the perfect time. Someone probably already said this, but I like to think, you know, instead of waiting for the perfect moment, make the perfect moment, you know. So I'm just releasing stuff no matter how balls it is. Oh, I think this level is short. I think, yeah, okay, the level is short. It's just the main thing was that one part other than this final part. Okay, I'm already at the spot I left off last video, so that's not too bad. Oh, I used to struggle here. Yeah, I remember why. No shot, no shot, I die. Go! Please! Oh my gosh, I'm so clutch. Oh my gosh. I noticed while watching my videos and like editing them, I like suck at talking. It's really bad. I stutter so much. I mumble and like speak too fast a lot, and sometimes you just don't know what I'm saying. And like when I'm just like talking to myself, I like go off track so much. Like, just now, I was talking about my music, and I was talking about my first song, and then I started talking about other stuff, and now I'm talking about my first song again. Anyways, yeah, my first song, planned to release it on my birthday. I didn't realize it'll take a little while for it to publish. So I think it either came out, like, late on my birthday, like, near the end of my birthday, or, like, early next day. But either way, I did it, and I wanted it to be on my birthday. No reason, it's just, like, I was making the song, and it was already so close to my birthday, might as well release it then, you know, kind of give myself a time frame to like actually work on it. But yeah, I rushed it, and it just turned out really bad. Funny thing as well, not too long after releasing it, I saw a TikTok, and it's like, oh, this is my least favorite genre of music, and it was like that corny kind of cringy type of music where it's just like I'm trying to think of an example. I can't think of an example. The song they used for the video, it was like, I don't even know what song it is. I think it's like some TikTok song. And the lyrics were literally like, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna be great, you're gonna do okay. It's something like that. It was like really corny. And then I was like, shit, my song is kind of like that low-key. So that's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, I think the thing I hate most about my first song is the microphone. But the thing is, I never got that like figured out. I just don't know what to do, because I feel like I've always had trouble mixing. Because if you didn't know this about me, my sophomore year I started stealing beats off YouTube and then making some like songs, and then it ended up becoming a really big project of mine. And over like the next year or two, I was just making a shit ton of music, and then I finally finished the album. It was literally like 30 songs. There were like 3 intermissions and stuff, or preludes or whatever, but 30 stuff in total. So yeah, you can imagine it was pretty long. And I showed one of my cousins it, and he was like, oh, it's pretty good, but the mixing could use some work. Distributing the... Oh my goodness, these guys are beefy as hell! Having the volume on their microphone kind of even with like the volume of all the instruments and stuff and the beats. The beat would always end up being too loud, but the thing is, I felt like my voice was so loud into things. Every time I would show my cousin, he'd be like, oh, the beat is too loud or whatever. I think I'm gonna win this first try. Let's fucking go. But yeah, the volume of the beat would always be too loud, and I just always like, I can never get it right, because I'm like, my voice is way too loud in this, but it's always, people say it's always too quiet, so I'm just gonna keep it, and it would still be too quiet. And I still kept that in mind when I tried to mixing my own music, and after like I made my song. And still, I think my mom mentioned it. She was like, oh, I can't hear your voice. I'm like, damn it. And also my mom, she definitely told me that. She was like, it sounds really muffled. I was like, yeah, it does sound kind of muffled, but I didn't know how to fix it, because I got a mic specifically for this, and it was like, it's $100. It's actually really nice. The guy at Guitar Center recommended it to me. He was like, yes, first mic I got, and I loved it. But yeah, it's just, I think I've always had problems with the mic. Either it sounds muffled, or I just can't get the volume right. But yeah, my second song, it definitely sounded muffled. I feel like, well, again, it's me. Like, I'm like, it sounds loud enough, but then someone else would be like, it's not. So I don't know, but I definitely like my second song a lot better than the first. So much better. But I'm sure it's probably still too quiet, even though I don't think it is. It probably is. But that song, I will admit, it does sound muffled, and I'm like, come on, man, why can't I get this right? My third song, Fool for You, I was like, no more of this. I'm going to blast it no matter what. So for me, it sounds like my voice sounds deafening. Like it is, I made it super loud on purpose. I haven't gotten much feedback on that one. So we'll see if I made it too loud or not after someone hopefully tells me. Yeah, just walk into it. Oh, and I gotta, no! Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Oh my God, that is so stupid. There you go. But yeah, I think it sounds a lot clearer too, but I feel like the way I pronounce words just is so crap. I feel like I have a speech impediment sometimes, bro. Like the way I talk, I just hate it. Like I feel like you can't tell what I'm saying sometimes. But like, I mean, when you listen to artists, sometimes it just be like that. You just can't tell. But yeah, we'll see how that third song is after I get a little bit more feedback. Oh, what the hell? I completely forgot about you. Also, for my music on Spotify, it's super easy. There's an app and a website literally called Spotify for Artists. And it's super easy. I can like customize my page, add pictures, do whatever, all that good stuff. But I don't know how to do it for Apple Music. There's also a website called like Apple Music for Artists. But I tried it and I gotta look back at it because I don't remember in complete honesty. But it's like it just wasn't working. So I don't know. I gotta figure out how to work that. And also, my music isn't on SoundCloud, so I don't know what to do about that. But like, I'm sure most of my listeners, like if not all, none of them listen on Spotify. Or SoundCloud, sorry. It is on YouTube though, but same thing for YouTube. I don't know how to like have an artist account. YouTube, I just haven't checked though, so I should probably check. Oh, I forgot the snail dude. He's just chilling here. I do have a song that I'm working on that is like actually good. I'm working on it, and I don't want to say perfecting, but that one I'm putting a lot more effort into. I'm not just gonna release it because I think this one has potential to be something really good. I'm excited. It should be out soon. I just have to finish the vocals. A little bit what I was going on about earlier. Like when I get compliments, I like don't know what to say because I don't believe it. But I think a lot of people like think I have a big ego, which is just crazy to me because like I have a really small I don't have a big ego. I remember, I'm not gonna say who, but I remember someone slid up on my friend's story and they're like, oh, let me get his Instagram or something like that. And they were just like kind of hyping me up. They're like, yeah, I just never told you though because I didn't want to boost your ego. I'm like, damn, do you think I got a big ego? That would have boosted my ego, but like for the good, you know? I got a tiny ass ego. Oh, I'm not a fan of this boss, I cannot lie. Damn, I want to feel good about myself sometimes because I don't very often. But yeah, I think a lot of people think I have a big ego because I do a lot of stuff. I really want to emphasize, I swear I don't have a big ego. And again, I'm not trying to sound humble. Like, I genuinely have such a shitty ego. But I think since I do a lot of stuff, people think I would brag about it. Like, I think people think I would brag about skating, volleyball, music. But truth is, I'm ass at all of them. I'm genuinely very ass at all of them. So there's nothing to brag about. Like what? I'm gonna brag I can ollie on a skateboard? Like, bro, I'm ass. I thought those NPCs were supposed to help me out. They're not, they're just standing there. Hello? I mean, they wouldn't have been much help, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Are y'all gonna help now since you got hurt? This guy's confusing me a little bit. Also, a lot of people, I think I said this at the end of my first video, a lot of people like have told me that I'm like intimidating. I feel like I'm literally 5'6", a tiny little Filipino boy. How am I intimidating? I just don't see how I could be intimidating. I hope I'm not intimidating. I don't want to come across that way. But yeah, I've actually been told that before. But let me say this right now. I'm a pretty friendly dude, I'd like to think. Oh my god, I hate this boss! Also, I feel like I give the impression that I'm like a bum. Like, I feel like if I were to look at myself from an outside view when I'm at school, I feel like people would think I'm not very driven. But the thing is, I feel like I'm very driven. I feel like I'm one of the most driven people I know. I'm very ambitious. But I feel like a lot of people think I'm like, I go home and scroll my life away. I don't know. I'm scared I give the impression that I don't do anything and I'm like a bum. So, little bro, what's up, little bro? Go, go, go. Also, I think a lot of people think I'm performative, which is like kind of my biggest biggest nightmare, biggest fear. But yeah, I think people think I'm performative, and at one point I would try fighting it. I'd be like, no, I'm not performative, I swear. But then Rick, actually, believe it or not, it was Rick. I can't lie, guys. I created a performative monster. I'm not gonna be too specific, but let's just say I put one of my friends on to some musicians, some very performative music. Yeah, I created a performative monster, and I'm very ashamed. I wish I could take it back, but unfortunately I cannot. But yeah, Rick was like, man, I hate it when people think I'm like being performative because I listen to blah blah blah, but I'm not. And then I'm like, shit, do I sound like that when I say the same thing? So then I was like, okay, maybe I should just like not bother, because you know, like, why should I care about what people think of me if I know I'm not performative? So if they say I'm performative, I'm just like, no, I'm not. And if they don't want to believe me, they don't want to believe me. It's not my problem. So after that, I kind of just like stopped caring about it. So I'm like, if they think I'm performative, they think I'm performative. It is what it is. But God, I hope I didn't sound like that. Like, I feel like it's so hard to find who's performative and who's not. But I feel like nowadays, if they say they're not performative, they are, like, because there's no other reason. I feel like the guys who seem performative but aren't are like they don't care. So they're not gonna try like defending themselves. So that's why I started to try and do. I hate performative motherfuckers though. I hate them so much. Like, it actually gets on my nerves. Like, I swear, some of y'all motherfuckers be so performative. Like, it's actually like unbearable. Also, another flashback to one of my earlier, I think my first video, itch. Try that shit again, boy. But yeah, flashback to one of my older videos where I talked about not copying Llama Rider. I'm scared that that's how I'm coming across, because as I'm editing and watching, like, I feel like Llama Rider 37 is very clearly like a comedic channel. He's saying jokes and trying to be funny and stuff. I hope I'm not coming across like I'm trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. If you're like, who does this kid think he is? He is so unfunny, not funny at all. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm scared people think I'm trying to be funny and I'm trying to copy him. But I promise I'm not. I'm purely here for the randomness and to just yap. But when I was watching it, I feel like the times where I get like a little heated over something, I don't know. I felt like I was kind of coming across like I was trying to copy him, but I'm not. I just, when I get heated, I'd be screaming a little bit. A level up would be so awesome. Oh yeah, God bless. Yeah, when I was watching and editing, I feel like sometimes I looked like I was like some kid trying to copy him, but I'm not, I promise. Speaking of editing videos, I think I talked about this earlier, but while I was like editing and watching, I realized how bad I am at talking, like how much I mumble and shit. Like, sometimes I speak so fast, you don't even know what I'm saying. And I just like repeat myself a lot. I'm just so bad at talking. I genuinely think I might have a speech impediment. Did she just fucking moan? That's, ew! Ew, why is she moaning? Oh, it's Gigi's. Fire. Yeah, me being bad at talking, it reminds me of, do I want to keep going? I feel like I should stop here. Yeah, I guess I'll stop here. I feel like I really did not talk about much. Hopefully it actually saves. I was like mid talking about a topic. Yeah, no, we're just gonna cut it off there. I'll continue the topic next time. That's gonna be it for today. I think 2 more videos, I will have the game completed. We'll see what happens from there. But yeah, that's it. Au revoir.